All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Radu, I see you in the chat. Welcome back. Good to see you again. After yesterday's 6-hour dumpster fire stream, where I made numerous mistakes and failed, I think, 8 or 9 times, we did finally arrive at Moho. And I learned a number of things. First of all, always have your center of mass balanced on your craft, or particularly for low thrust craft, you're going to have a real hard time staying on target. Second, don't recess your engine bells with the offset tool so that they're inside the tank, because you will lose a ton of your actual thrust, making all of your calculations incorrect. But we did finally arrive at Moho in the end. So we're here now. We can start doing science and then plan our landing and see if we can explore our anomaly. So if we take a look, we're in a 10 to 20 kilometer orbit around Moho here. So let's take a look at the map view. We can see we're in a very nice orbit around this frustrating planet. And right up here at the North Pole, we've got just slightly off to the right of our current orbit. We've got our strange anomaly that we found with our scanner, so we'll end up trying to land here sooner or later. But to begin with, we're going to go ahead and get started doing science here on Moho. So let's go back to our craft view. And let's go ahead and set up an action group to do all of our science. So we'll edit our action groups, and we'll start to... Oh, is the game about to crash? No. Let's see. Need to... We've got our radiators extended, our solar panels extended. Where is the sun? It's off that way, so we probably need to rotate here to get our solar panels pointed at the sun. That looks pretty good. Okay. Let's now aim our camera at our science bay. Get that cracked open. And we'll come in nice and close, and we'll get set and started for creating our action group to do our science. So here's our thermometer. Let's go to custom 1 and log temperature. Then we'll go on to the barometer and log pressure data. What is that? That is something else. Okay, come over here. We'll click on the seismic accelerator and log seismic data. This won't work, I don't think, unless we're on the ground, but we'll add it anyway. What else do we have here? The Gravmax. We'll log gravity data. Okay, so there's our main 4 instruments. I think we did not add the magnetometer boom, did we? We did not add that, no. Okay. But what we can do then is add the Science Junior and conduct the material study to number 1 as well. And then we can add our inline mystery goo. We can observe the goo. We can add that to Science 1 as well. So there we go. Custom 1 has all of our science data. Let's get started here with a crew report. And let's collapse these inventories as possible. There we go. Let's get started. First crew report. In space near Moho. So at this altitude, 12,000, we're not considered flying. We're still above the flying altitude. Krisky, welcome back to the channel. Indeed, learning things is good. And Radu, I streamed for another 3.5 hours yesterday in the afternoon, trying to get here, and had several failed attempts, but eventually managed to get things to work. So we did arrive here yesterday. That stream, not simply marred by in-game mistakes. I also streamed the first 20 minutes of that stream just showing my thumbnail because I forgot to transition over to the game. So lots of, yeah, there was a second stream yesterday afternoon. I just couldn't let it go. And I ended up streaming like 6 hours yesterday, all like endless failure until we finally got here. But we are here, so we're going to do our science. So we're in space near Moho. We're not getting biome-specific crew reports here. We'd have to go lower for that. We can play around with that maybe. Let's actually switch this over to the actual, the real altimeter here, the surface altimeter, rather than the sea level. But there's our first crew report. Now let's go ahead and hit our 1 key to do as much science as we can. And there we go. There's 5 pieces of science. So, material study in space near MOHO. A high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. We've seen this before. There's our temperature scan. Our gravity scan. The sensor passes over the terrain of MOHO, surveying for variances in the gravitational field. This one is biome specific. Space just above MOHO's midlands. So that one can be repeated. Atmospheric pressure scan. Mystery goo. There we go. There's all that. Now, let's send our scientist, Radu Jr. Radu, you've got an avatar here. We're going to go Ava here. He is going to do an Ava report to get started. So this was above the highlands. We're moving very quickly around MOHO, so we've transitioned from midlands to highlands. We can try to get a couple of different biome reports here. So we'll keep that one. We'll take the crew report. And now, let's see if we can... No, we can't. Can we climb up high enough to touch this? Not quite. We're going to need to go with our RCS here. All right, let's collect the data and reset the study. Let's collect the data from these instruments as well. That is a battery pack that does not have any data for us. Take data. We come around to this side. We're not able to log seismic data in flight, but we can take data from the GravMax gravioli detector. Okay. So, we also need to head up and reset the mystery goo inline container here. Collect the data and restore. And there we go. So that's our first round of science done. Let's grab the crew hatch and let's board. Okay. So now what we're going to do is review the data. So mystery goo, not biome specific. Ava report is biome specific. And the gravity scan is biome specific. So Ava report and gravity scan are biome specific. Let's go ahead and let's aim the camera here. And let's go and get the gravity scan. Where's that? The gravioli detector. Let's set up another action group here. Or I guess we can just pin this. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. If we pin it, we can just repeat this as we head over different biomes. So now that Radu has stored all the data by boarding, let's Ava again. And let's pin these two items here. So we have an Ava report from the Midlands, I think. Let's do another one. Here's Highlands, okay. And so let's do gravity data for the Highlands as well. Switch back to our friend here. Now, one of these is a duplicate. I'm not sure which one. But we would like to collect this data. So let's let go and switch to RCS again. And let's head over to the other side. And get ourselves situated near this. And stationary if we can manage it. Right around there. Okay, so we'll take the data. And then we'll come back and deposit both of these. Take data, store experiments. Okay. One of them couldn't go in. Let's let go. And let's review the stored data. This is a duplicate that we can't use. So Ava report from the Highlands. We can't keep 2 copies. We'll discard this one. And now, where is his... Why can't he do... Oh, it replaced his... Okay, hold on. All right, so the game replaced his science kit with the parachute at launch. But what we can do is hopefully swap these. There we go. We can let go. And now let's go ahead and do our Ava Science. And toss this nut. Ava, while in space near Moho, there's another piece of science for us. That's good. And let's come back around to the Gravioli here and see if we can't grab another biome. Sooner or later, we will get both poles. So we have those to work with. Let's do an Ava report here. Midlands we'll keep, and then we'll log gravity data, take data. Now, one of these is a report as well, or a duplicate as well. But let's go back to the hatch here. Grab this. We'll store what we can. We'll take data and then store experiments. Okay. Let's let go yet again and review stored data. This is the duplicate. We'll trash this. Okay. So we've done Highlands and Midlands. And we've done our external science experiment. So now all that's left to do is try to get more biomes for the Ava report and the gravity scan while we're in flight here. So let's keep doing the Ava report until we get a different biome. And I guess we can kind of scroll out here and look for whether or not we're kind of above something interesting. So we've got, I think we have to wait here until we get to a new biome. Probably the easiest way to do this is to grab on and then keep trying the Ava report. That's not it. And accelerating through time till we get a little... Oh, can't warp faster than 1x while Kerbals are Avid. So where are we in terms of... Okay, we're approaching the South Pole. I don't think it's going to let us do it from the map view either. Yeah, while Kerbals are on a ladder. Okay. So we're approaching the South Pole here. I guess the easiest way to do this then is we can keep checking this. Midlands we've done. I guess unless we're going to go over one of the big craters. So this would be one. This would be a different biome. And then this would be a different biome. So I guess we'll just board and then come down to the South Pole and do our next two science experiments there. So let's have him board. Go back to the map view. And then we want to get down over the South Pole here. Let's accelerate just a bit. Look if there's a hole at the South Pole too. I thought the Mohole was at the North Pole. I'm pretty sure. We're a little low on visibility down here. All right, so we should be over the South Pole. Let's have Radu Ava again. Let's do an Ava report to ensure that we're at the South Pole. Let's keep that. And then let's switch over to the craft. And we can log the gravity data about the South Pole. Keep that. Switch back to Radu to collect the data. We'll let go. We'll RCS. Make our way over. Take the data. Make our way back to the capsule. Take data, store experiments, board. Okay. So next we want to get over to here. Let's take care of that. This should be a different biome as well. There we go. We should be good and over it now. Back here, we will Let's log gravity data. Southwestern lowlands, that's a different biome. And then Radu can Ava, he can Ava report. Southwestern lowlands, very good. Let go, RCS, go grab the gravity data. Take that data, okay. And then we'll reboard, head to the next biome. Okay. Next up, I don't think there's anything else on our current trajectory except the pole itself. Maybe the minor craters. If we get to about here, we can try for it. Something like that. Nope, that's Midlands, so that's not going to cut it. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else except the pole. So let's go ahead and head up there to the North Pole. This will be our last biome that we can get in flight for now. Or in space near, I guess. Let's log the gravity data. There's the North Pole. Okay. Ava, report. And with that, we've done most of the science we can do in orbit for now. Let's grab the last little bit of data from the gravity detector here. Take that data and then head back inside. And board. Okay, so that's all our orbital data. Now we could try here to get lower and see if we can get some flying over type stuff. So if we take a look at our real altitude here, or our I don't know what you would call it, our ground altitude versus sea level. If we follow this all the way around, we should see hopefully the lowest point on our orbit, 6,000. Yeah, we don't really know because our orbit isn't fully circular. But I think we can get lower. I think we can get lower. So let's do this. Let's unpin this. Where are we in terms of our apoapsis and periapsis? We're coming down to apoapsis. Let's lower our periapsis just a bit. Let's lower it down to... So our periapsis, our sea level altitude was 11,700. We had at least 6,000 feet of clearance at all times. So let's lower this down to 6,000. Let's get a little bit lower. And let's be safe. I don't want to crash, and I'll quick save here. So let's lower this down to 7,000, and then we'll circularize the other side, and we'll make sure that we can do that orbit, and we'll take a look at what our lowest real altitude will be, so we can get it even lower than that. We'll get as close to the surface as we can. So let's see, how do I want to do this? Face retrograde, and I'm going to want to lower the engine power here. So that's on, that's on. All 4 engines are on. Let's lower them down to 10% power here. Just to give us plenty of control. So all 4 are at 10% of throttle. Okay, let's pin the periapsis, and then let's warp right here. And we'll pull this down to 7,000. So we're going to face retrograde, and we're going to burn our way down to 7,000 here. Okay. There we go, 7,000 meters. That is an interesting periapsis. Then we will come over here to periapsis. Let's warp here and do the same thing to lower our apo. And then we'll be very close to the surface of Moho here. This is exciting. Okay, let's wait until we're facing retrograde, and let's bring in that apoapsis. I want this down around 7,000 as well. Okay, that's kind of dropping down. Let's wait a second here. A little bit closer to our actual periapsis. And let's burn a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Roughly 7,000 all around. Now we can go take a look as we fly around the planet. Make sure, first of all, that at no point do we actually slam into a mountain here. So we've got 37 to work with. Very close to the surface now. 36, 35, 34, 33, 31. So as we go all the way around the planet, we can get a sense for how much lower could we go if we really wanted to. So 34 was the lowest, I think. Let's speed things up and just watch the altimeter here. Does it ever go lower than 34? It's 44, 53, 52. Ooh, that went down to 29 at one point. That was very low. 26. Just watching it kind of go all the way around. 20, yeah, 26 seems like the lowest. 25, 24, I think I saw briefly. And we need to go all the way around to be sure. This is cool, man. Holy crap, that's so low. You still playing permadeath? No, I kind of gave up on that. I gave up and allowed myself to kind of restore things. You know, reload, quick load, whatever. So yeah, we're very low over the surface here. Let's face radial out as we do this. Let me slow down here. Okay. So there are parts of this flight where we are well above the surface, and then there's parts where we're kind of getting into. Now, what is with this camera? There we go, that's better. There are parts where the terrain rises up to meet us. 2,400 meters at one point, I think, was the kind of the lowest we saw. I'd like to keep going all the way around the planet here and see that all one more time. So a full rotation of the craft should kind of make sure that we've done a full orbit here. So yeah, see, you can see it getting down to like, ooh, that was really low. That was like 18, I think. So we're about as low as we can afford to be. We could maybe squeeze, that was 19. Yeah, we could maybe squeeze another 500 feet, but this is about as low as you want to go to be safe, that you don't crash into anything. If we wanted to do a real daredevil challenge, where was that? That was, yeah, so somewhere around this area, as we approach the North Pole, we're seeing the mountains get real high. See 19 up here? So we could push it maybe another, like if we really wanted to like scrape the surface, we could maybe push it another 1,500 meters per second, or 1,500 meters. We could push in a little bit further, maybe. Oh, here we go. 18, 17, 16, 11. 11, that peak right there. So that would have been a crash. So we've actually only got about 1,000 meters of clearance over the highest peaks in our orbit. That's fascinating. 1,400 here. Yeah. Okay, so at this point, I feel like we should be flying and not just in space. Let me run the... No, it's still in space near. It still doesn't count as flying. None of this gets us anything we don't already have. So we'll just discard it. It's all in space near. So I don't know. I guess maybe there isn't flying on Moho. But at this point, I can go ahead and quick save. 1,200, yep. Yeah, we're really low here. This is about as low as you can get. So I guess the absolute minimum altitude you really want to get in any kind of orbit or periapsis on Moho is right around where we are, 7,000 to be safe. And if you really want to be a daredevil, you can probably push down to 6. There's a mod that tells you the biome you're above on the mountains here. Passing the hole now. Oh, I missed it. I still haven't really been able to identify it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to land here at this, this mystery point. And actually, one thing I had meant to do, and which I did not do, was I wanted to install the Waypoint Plus mod for the game to be able to have this kind of show up on screen when we're flying. But we're not going to be able to do that. So let's warp around to, say, here. And let's try to land at this thing. We're 1 year and 27 days into mission elapsed time. So all told, these guys have been trying to get here for, I think, 9 years in-game. And now that they finally arrived and they're able to do their science, they're going to be happy. All right. Let's quick save here. Let's switch over to Stability Assist. Let's switch to Target. Oh, wait a minute. We need to select our target first. No, we do have that. Okay. We do have that selected. So I guess we'll point retrograde here. Kind of. And we'll just land nearby. This is going to be a difficult landing, I think, because of all the tilt. Let me see where we are. Okay, so it's really without a waypoint, it's sort of hard to tell where you are and where you're going, I guess. We've got 810 meters of surface velocity, so we're going to need to burn quite heavily to slow down. Actually, that reminds me, I need to pop these back up. And another good reminder, these are not that strong. We don't have a huge amount of TWR, given our mass and these engines, so we're going to need to keep that in mind as we burn. These are all set. Okay. Coming up now on the area. Really don't have a good sense of where it is in terms of... So it's ahead and a little bit to the right, maybe like 30 seconds ahead, something. I guess kind of maybe over here. I think I just have to kind of burn and get down to the surface nearby, and then we'll have to do little hops. So I think we need to kind of start... Yeah, we need to slow down right around here. Oh, you know what? It is tracking... Oh, is that the hole? That is the hole. That's the mohole. I finally see it. Okay. Well, we have a problem in that we're way too slow here. All right, let me bring that back. So I didn't account for how long it's going to take this thing to slow down here. Where are we? Yeah, we need to put this back up. Okay, so I did see it this time. I did actually see the mohole. The camera is pointing towards it. That is our navigation anomaly. So that's what we located. And let's see, where are we in relation to the object? Yeah, I think we need to start burning real early here. If we're going to slow down fast enough to actually land here. Full retro, agreed. And we can see the camera's kind of tracking our navigation. So as we approach, I just think we're still too far out. We're not going to be able to slow down enough. Let's see. Maybe not. This mountain might be a little bit of a problem here. Maybe not. Let's take a look. So now we're going to be falling short. So I think what I want to do here is kill my horizontal, but not so much my my vertical. So let's burn a little bit more. Uh-oh, I think we're going to slam into the side of a mountain, you guys. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so this is challenging. We're moving very fast, and I'm not sure how to, given how low we are, I'm not sure how to fix this. Let me real quick, let's fix this for these and then quick save again so I don't have to do it a 5th time. Quick save there. And then let's face retrograde. And then let's hold. And let's slow down our horizontal here. And then we're going to want to face radial out, right? We're going to want to face radial out to keep our vertical descent from going too far. This vertical speed until it gets up to around 0. Then we want to face retrograde again. A bit more into vertical. A bit more into retrograde. Just toggle back and forth between these two, trying to keep our altitude while dropping our vertical speed. I think this is working pretty well here. We are slowing down our horizontal without falling out of the sky. This is good. Okay, where are we in relation to the anomaly? It's up ahead and to the right. Okay, so we need to start, I guess... I guess we need to kind of like head off in that direction. That's what we're trying to get to, right? Probably need to land here. Yeah, we probably just need to land and fuel up, and then we'll head over towards the mohole once we've refueled. Okay, let's try to land this thing. We're close to it now, at least. I kind of slowed us down enough that we're close to it. So we'll try and land wherever we are here. And we'll see if we can... Yeah, we want to face radial out here. This is going to be some kind of nasty slope, I think, but we'll see if we can land here. Yeah, it's a little gnarly, this slope, but maybe we can make it work. I think we actually did it. We actually landed. We've landed on Moho. How about that? Let's F5 that immediately. 215 meters per second to spare. Not bad. Okay, now I would love to figure out how do can I set the spring strength lower to get this side to kind of tilt down a little bit? So spring damper, spring strength, very low. And then over here, we'll set the spring strength very high. And we'll see, we'll leave this kind of in the middle. We'll see if we turn off SAS, do things settle a bit? Kind of the opposite direction of what I wanted. What's it trying to do? It's kind of bouncing around a little bit. This one's, it's not even on here. It's not on it. I'm kind of bouncing on the, it looks like I made a mistake here. The engine nozzles, oh, nope. Okay, we're gonna rely on SAS. It looks like we're not actually on the landing gear at all. We're balanced on our engine nozzles. So I made yet another mistake in this build, which is that the landing gear is totally useless. We're bouncing on our nozzles here. I guess I can have it extended in any case, sort of as a just-in-case type of deal. But I think we're not actually using it at all. So here's another problem. The sun is off to that direction, and as little sun as we're going to get, we do need to kind of turn around here so that the solar panels can get some of it. So yeah, we're going to need to pop up just a bit so that we can rotate. Okay, so our solar panels are pointed a little bit more towards the sun. We're not really getting anything right now. But that's what we can do. That's the best we can do. Hopefully it comes over that mountain at some point. Let me catch up with the chat here. Full retro. Legs aren't doing much indeed. Yeah, Krisky, right? They're not doing anything. I made so many mistakes on this build. It's not even funny. You know, we could theoretically try, though. Let me retract. Let's retract all of these, actually. And let's do a quick save here. Let's have Emily, our engineer, let's have her go Ava. Let's have her come over here. She's down on the surface. All right, so she can technically, if I go into this mode, I can actually move all these things. I can actually remove them and reattach them. So if we get them in the right location vertically, we might be able to have these legs do more work. Oh, you know what? We're not even... This is hilarious. We're technically not even balanced on the engine bell. We're balanced on the octagonal strut that I used to connect to the lower stage. That's hilarious. All right, let's pull this down. And we want it so that the bottom of that hitbox is at the bottom of the tank. Let's have her come around and fix this landing gear. Just like that. And then the fourth one is over here. This is why you always bring an engineer, folks. Okay. There's our on-site engineering fix. That's pretty cool that we can do that. And then where do we get in back into this thing? Around the other side? Yeah, around here. Okay. Let's have her pop around. And we'll do a jump. Let's have her... I don't know why it's doing this right now, but let's have her board. Okay. And then let's pop out this landing leg here. That gives us a little bit more stability. That's actually good. That kind of worked. Let's get landing leg number 2 deployed now. Or which one do we want? I guess we... From here, we can toggle the whole action group. Get ourselves onto our legs. There we go. That looks more stable. Holy mackerel, that actually worked. Okay. So we're a little bit more stable now. The ones back here have very low spring strength. That's fine. We're still kind of like toggling around, but we're a little bit more stable now, I think. Let me quick save this, and let's turn SAS off and see what it does. Pretty much the same thing. It's just kind of bouncing around on the legs. That's fine. Okay, so now, let's see if we can't get some sunlight going. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here at the North Pole, but let's, we've quick saved. Let's kind of advance through time a little bit and see what happens with the sun. How does it move? It really kind of doesn't. It's a little bit blocked by that, yeah. What if we go up even faster? It's kind of very slowly sinking. All right. So we're relying on the RTGs then. We only have the RTGs for now. And I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get sunlight. Certainly we could lift, once we have some more fuel, we could lift and get to a higher location on one of these ridges. What is that over there? I might go investigate that in a minute. But let's start by getting our fuel going here. So we're gonna dig up some ore. Let's deploy the drill. Let's activate the radiator. Let's make sure we keep an eye on our electric charge here. And let's start drilling. Start surface harvester. Okay, so our core temperature is going to go up eventually. We can see... Where's our ore canister? Uh-oh. Where's the ore canister? Do we not have an ore canister? Oh my god. Start ISRU for liquid fuel. I can't tell. Is it working? I think I might have forgot to put the ore canister on, you guys. Wow. Which means we literally can't generate fuel. If you don't have at least one ore canister, there's nowhere for the ore to go, and it can't be converted into liquid fuel. Let me speed this up a little bit. Let's just double check. Liquid fuel 138. Yeah, we're not making anything. This is a total failure. Okay, so these guys are stranded. There's no way for them to get home. Oh my god, this mission was a complete and total disaster. Non-stop. Start to finish. Wow. All for the lack of one canister. Okay, well, how can we fix this? We're going to have to send a probe with a canister in storage. We're going to have to land it here so that Emily can attach it to the ship and we can actually do our ISRU. Oh my god, what a nightmare. So, yeah, we're going to have to send a probe, and it's going to have to deliver an ore canister here. Because that's the only way. What is this little thing over here? Oh, there's more than one. There's little, like, salt crystals, I guess, deposits or something. We're going to have to ship them via probe an ore canister. That's the only way they're going to be able to get home. Either that or I have to build another ship that can house 4 Kerbals and fly somebody out here to get them back. Hey, Emily. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, exactly. Moored on Moho. So, Emily, you're going to come in very important here because we're going to have to send a probe out, and you're going to have to attach an ore canister to this ship so that you guys can get home. Oh, man. Everything about this mission from start to finish has just been one failure after another. All right. Back we go to the Space Center. You guys are going to be sitting on the surface there for a couple years while I figure this out. Okay, well, let's figure out how to build a ship that can deliver some sort of ore canister out to Moho. Wow. Just wow. All right, well, let's start with some fuel tanks. We are going to need the liquid fuel tank. Is that this one? The one that doesn't have oxidizer. Is it the jet fuel one? That's this one, right? Liquid fuel fuselage. This is the Mark 0. Here's the Mark 1. Let's get some of these going. Guess we can do something like this. Let me move that down so it's... It's almost right. Hang on. You know what we can do? We can use the offset tool here. Okay, let's get you lined up just right. Okay, there we go. So we'll have a handful of these. I don't know, 3 should do the trick, I think. And then if we put some engines on here, some nerves, what are we looking at? Put 1 in the center, 3 more on the sides. That gives us, in a vacuum, that gives us 7,400 meters per second. TWR of 0.63. All right, so that's fine. That's overkill, actually. And then on top, we're going to need... we're going to need a payload that can deliver... What do we actually want to send? We want to send... liquid fuel... monopropellant... fuel... What's the smallest thing that we can actually send? The radial holding tank. I think that's the smallest one, right? So we want to send one of these. Really, 1 is enough. But for symmetry reasons, we will probably pop on 3 here. Let's do it like this. There we go. So we get 3 fuel tanks, 3 radial holding tanks for ore. Then we need, what? Command and control. So we need... Now, this is overkill. Maybe we take that off. That puts us down to 6,000 and change. That's probably fine. Let's go with aerodynamics here. Let's pop some nose cones on. At the top up here, we can put some sort of probe core. What do we want here? We need to have at least normal and anti-normal. So yeah, the Mark II drone core is good. What about the RCS-01? That's got everything it needs as well. Okay. Let's take one of these. Pop it on there. I think we need to throw on a reaction wheel as well. What do we want? The medium? Nope. Inline. Advanced inline stabilizer. Actually, we want that closer to the surface. Let's pop that one. Actually, let's even pop that in the middle. No, thank you very much. Come back down. There we go. And then drone core. Yeah, the RC-M001 or the RC-001S. That's 0.1 tons, 0.25. I think we want this one. Right? And then another wheel. Or rather, another nose cone. There's the nose cone. There we go. Okay. So, how much do these tanks weigh? Can I replace... Are they roughly the same weight as a RTG? These are 0.125 tons. If we go to electrics... these are 0.08 tons, so they're not the same. Okay. Then we probably need to get some solar panels on here. Some standards. Something like this is probably fine. Just throw a couple of these on. That should be more than enough. We do need a battery somewhere. Let's grab a couple Z100s. We can throw those on there. Okay. So that looks good for symmetry and delta V. 6,000 should be enough to get to Moho and land near our stranded friends. Emily's going to be able to pull these tanks off and put them on her ship. So actually, let's lower these way down here like that so that she can get access to them nice and easy. I don't know exactly how this thing's going to land. It's probably going to tip over on its side. We are going to need communications as well. So let's grab something simple like the Communitron. That's 2G. No, let's be safe. Let's go with 15 Gs here. I think. Yeah, 15 Gs. This one is 0.075. 0.06. This one's cheaper. I don't think we need 3. We just need 1. Well, I mean, it is cheap mass. I guess we can just keep our symmetry nice and even by sticking 3 of these on here. Although this is going to be... Yeah, no, this is fine. Just stick 3 of these on here like this. There we go. And I think this is now ready to roll. This should be able to get to Moho, right? So we've got plenty of delta V. We've got our rockets. We've got our engines. We've got power. It doesn't need parachutes. What else could we theoretically put on it? Ladders, lights. We don't need any of that. We don't need parachutes. We don't need cargo because we've got them attached to the side. That's what we're sending. Is there anything else we want to send? I don't think so. We don't need science instruments. We have communications set up. Overkill, actually. We have batteries and solar panels. We don't need thermal. We don't need ground. We don't need aerodynamics because this is going inside a fairing. I think we're good here. We do need coupling at some point. Okay, Radu, so welcome back. We found out that I forgot to put an ore holding tank on the ship, so we're going to have to send a probe out to deliver them some. Emily, our engineer, is going to be able to pull this off and stick it on the other ship. And so this is our interstage here and our lander. We're going to send this probe out to Moho to land near them, and then the plan is for Emily to take one of these radial holding tanks off of this probe, put it on her ship, and then they can actually do ISRU. Yeah, RIP, exactly. Okay, so now I have another question, which is how do I use these? How do I get these engine plates to work? I've never understood this. Let me get the big one. If I attach that like that, okay. So then do I need a decoupler, or how does that work? No. I don't think I'm using that right, so we'll just ignore that for now. Let's attach instead a decoupler to this central one, and then under that we'll put our fairing. Payload, do we want the super large one? I think we do. There we go. We're gonna bring this out and up. Hold on. Clamshell deploy, build fairing. Oh, I guess we can actually go kind of straight up. We come out like just a little bit over here and go up, right? And then we can come in. We want to avoid the, yep. Okay, there we go. There's our fairing complete. Now we just need to lift this beast to orbit. Let's check our staging. All of this can be in one. Let's move this thing up, if I can figure out which one is the root part. Here we go. Move that up a bit, and then attach some fuel tanks to the bottom so we can lift it to orbit, not these tiny little babies here. We want the Turbodynes? Yeah, I guess we do. Do those, throw on a Mammoth. That's gonna almost get us there. A couple of boosters should finish the job. Coupling, radial decouplers, swap down to 2, throw that on the side there. Back to engines, get a couple Clydesdales going. These might be overkill, actually. Let's see. Yeah, 17,000. Wait a minute. I need to be at sea level here. 15,000 plus 28. That's more than enough to get to orbit. That's going to be fine. Let's move these Clydesdales up a bit. I guess we'll just move the whole thing up. Something like that looks pretty good. Yep, okay. We need nose cones. We need the big boy nose cones. There we go. Our TWR's just about right, 1.3. That's fine. That's going to work. Let's get a couple Separatrons on here. And then wings, and then we're good to go. Where do I want that? Right, like that, and then another one over here. Like that, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so first stage boosters. Right? No, those are the boosters. Then we separate and our Separatrons. So boosters, Separatrons, and engine, or Mammoth rather. That's all this is going to get us to orbit, and then we have our interplanetary transfer. Okay, last but not least, let's get some aerodynamics on here. Let's get something nice and chunky. Delta Deluxe winglet. A couple of these should do the trick. Is that big enough? How much area does that have? I'm not sure. I should really turn this whole section into like a like a subassembly, so I don't have to rebuild it every time, I think. Tail fin, delta wing. Let's go with some delta wings. Why not, right? Why not go big? Go big or go home. There we go. That looks good. We'll offset them slightly. Okay. And then we will throw a couple of the smaller wings, not the basic fins, the winglets. Throw a couple of these on here. We'll go something like this. That looks pretty good. Let's offset those just a bit as well. Bring those down. Okay, that's looking good. Guess we bring them in a bit. Which one do I have selected here? There we go. Okay. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay. Last but not least, we throw some, or last, indeed. I think I said last but not least before. Throw a couple of launch stabilizers on here, like so. And now we're good to go. Or rescue tank 1. Sure, save. Let's launch it. Let's see if we can get it to orbit. You sounded so calm saying that. I'm just watching the background. You got food at this? Oh, you got good at this. Hey, thanks, man. I mean, oh, well, I did forget to do my auto strutting, so let's revert back and fix that. It's like falling apart on the runway. Auto strut everything. Auto strut. Auto strut. Let's auto strut the tanks. Let's auto strut some of these. There we go. That all looks good. And for good measure, there we go. Okay, let's try that one more time. Yeah, I've built this kind of like launched payload to orbit a number of times. Getting to orbit's not a problem for me. It's the interplanetary transfer and remembering all the pieces I need that tends to be the problem. Oh, here's part of the problem too. It's like hovering 20 feet, 20 meters above the runway. I thought it sort of corrected for that automatically, but I guess it doesn't. Where's the root part? Let's bring it down a little bit closer to the ground here. Okay. One more time. Let's launch it. So we'll get it to orbit, and then we'll do our transfer, which hopefully this time I can get right, because I did like 9 failures yesterday, and it was not pleasant. Okay. First stage boosters. Everything looks nominal. 50 meters per second. We'll push 5 degrees into our desired heading of 09 or 0. That's looking pretty good. Hold this heading as we start to climb and increase speed. Let's switch to prorate here. That's dropping an acceptable rate. Halfway through our boosters, I'm going to put stability assist on here at 25 degree pitch. I don't want to tip over too soon. Okay, as we approach 10,000, however, I will swap back to prorate and allow us to pitch a little bit more towards the 45 degree angle. Just allow that prorate to drop until we get there. Coming up on separation of the first stage here. So watch those Separatrons work. And now, wait a minute. Why are there only? Oh, that's the Mammoth. Okay. We probably need to. Yeah, we probably need to slow down here and check ourselves. Okay, this is a very, very strong engine. This is going to be able to get us into our orbit very quickly. So I'm going to let us get a little bit higher, a little bit closer on our T-minus, closer to our apoapsis, which is already at 85 kilometers, before we burn some more. Let's go ahead and speed this up just a hair. And as we get closer to that apo, right around 30 seconds, I'll test out what burning looks like there. See how quickly this drops or grows. It's holding steady. I think I'll drop the throttle just a bit. It's actually growing here still. Holding steady around 30 seconds is good. We can pull this periapsis up without growing the apo too much. Circularize and then choose our desired altitude for resting orbit. Orbital speed climbing above 1,700 meters per second. Apo's grown to 91 kilometers. Hold the throttle way down, and as I see our time to apoapsis starting to balloon upwards, I'm going to keep that right around 30 seconds. Maybe even a little bit lower as you get closer to your circularization. And there we see Kerbin below us, looking good. Periapsis is climbing, soon be in an orbit. Okay. We've got our periapsis up to 35. We're basically guaranteed an orbit now. I'll just wait until our time to reach apoapsis is down around the 10-second mark before we finalize and circularize our orbit here. Right around, I think we'll go for 100 kilometers and then push out to 2. We've got the delta V for it. Okay, so there we go. Nice 90-kilometer orbit with 1,200, 1,300 meters per second to spare. Save here. And we'll push our periapsis out to, I guess, yeah, we can go out to 200 here. Maybe even more. Okay, 200. And then we'll zoom around and do the same for our periapsis. How much can we get out of this delta V? I'm not sure. Okay. I'm facing the wrong way, dang it. How many times am I going to make that mistake? Can we face prograde, please? Why are we spinning out? What? Why are we have, hold on. We have full control. Direct connection. Plenty of electric charge. Why are we spinning out? Can we actually... Is this just too big for the amount of reaction that I have in there? I guess. Hold on. Yeah, I guess I forgot about how big this is. We've only got the one little itty-bitty reaction wheel in there. So we got to be careful, or more careful with swapping around here. I need to... we have a problem in that I've just pushed our periapsis down to 48 with my terrible mistake. It's not the first time I've done that either. Okay, so now we're facing the right way. Let's push that out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. What do I want to do here? We've still got plenty of delta V, so I should really use it before we disconnect. Let's balloon this out a little bit more. Just like that. There we go. 400? Sure, why not? So we are going to come over to here and get prepared to face the right direction again. And then at apoapsis, we'll push our periapsis out to 400. I guess we can get it out quite a ways with this delta V and the thrust to weight ratio we have. So we want to get around to prograde if we can. It's just going to take us a while. That's why I left this little bit of space between us and AP. So I did forget something pretty important. I was kind of bragging about, oh, I've built these a bunch of times before. I had put a reaction wheel in the lander, the interplanetary stage, but I forgot to put one on the second stage here. So it does take us quite a while to do orientation changes here. One trick when you have a situation like this and you want to kill your momentum on the nav ball here is any kind of time warp completely will arrest any kind of angular spin that you have going on. So once we kind of get centered in there on our prograde vector, I can just kind of boop like that, and that'll kill it. All right, so now let's actually get up to our AP. Get close to it anyway. And right at apoapsis, we'll burn this out to 400. Here we go. Okay, so we've got 400. We've got like 800 meters per second left, which is kind of crazy. I feel like I should use it, but at this point, I'm just going to give it up. I'm going to let go of the rest of it, and we're going to transfer over to... We're going to separate and transfer over. So throttle's at 0. Here's our fairing and our separation, and now we are ready for interstellar travel here. Okay. Slowly pull away from... Is that part of the fairing? I guess it is part of the fairing. Okay, so here's our interstellar stage. Let's F5 here. And let's do the thing I've been doing for like 2 days straight, which is plan a transfer to Moho with this beast. Okay. So I've done this before. I can do it again. Let's get it right this time on the first try. Let's go out and set Moho as our target. Let's bring up the transfer window planner. Let's get rid of these resources. Interesting. Why are we... Yeah, hold on. I need to go back into this view. And we need to... I forgot to set another thing, which is on the RCS guidance, we need to hibernate and warp. Definitely. And then it would be nice if we could get a little bit more sunlight going. I guess a small rotation this way should take care of that. Okay. phase angles. Okay. So we are at a 400-kilometer orbit around Kerbin, going to Moho. Earliest departure, year 30, day 213. Latest departure, year 34 and change, to make sure we get an efficient transfer. So the next one we want is year 31, day 90. Okay, so to get there, we will set an alarm for 400 days and then work our way downwards from there. That's going to take us to year 31, day 187. So we want to take 97 off of this and put it at 303. That's year 31, day 90. 1 hour, 35 minutes. That's a little bit past where it wants us to go, so we'll set it to 302 here. And add, I guess, 3 hours. Let's add that alarm, and let's go ahead and quick save, and then warp next. Are we at, let's switch to 5 warp so this happens quickly. There we can see we're approaching our precise phase angle to make this happen. And there we go. Just a few hours shy of a perfect phase angle here. Okay. There's our transfer window available. Now we plot our actual ejection maneuver. And to make that happen, we want to be going this way along the path of the green arrow. We'd ideally like an instantaneous burn that occurs right here on our orbit. Now we can't do that, but we can get close. So we'll go ahead and place the maneuver node there, and then we'll look at the details of the burn. It is recommending prograde delta V of 2069.3. 2069.3, okay. And a normal burn of negative 889.2. And that will get us an intercept with an insertion delta V of 1933. So roughly 4,200, something like that, which is more, we should more than be able to cover, and then have 2,000 left for landing. Okay, so that takes care of the transfer planner window. Now with this maneuver in hand, we need to actually zoom out and make sure that everything looks good. And look at this already. Already, this is amazing. We actually have our closest approach here. So the way to kind of fix this into getting an actual encounter is to... Hey, Skeleton, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Anyway, what I was saying is the way to get this to be an encounter is to fiddle around with the actual timing of the burn in very small increments. So I'm just going to watch this. The closest approach is 43,000 kilometers. And I've set the scale here to the lowest, like 0.10 seconds. A tenth of a second, right or left, can make a big difference. And we can see it starting to... It was starting to go down there. 41.3. And if we bring it back, it starts to grow. So then we can add little bits of either prograde or retrograde. I think I usually start with some retrograde to drop it down. Yeah. So retrograde is going to push the time that you approach forward. So you can kind of do chunks of retrograde, right? Until it disappears. Okay, so bring it back, and then swap back to like a very low setting and move the time to move it backwards this way. And then you retrograde it forward, time shift it backwards, and then it'll slowly get closer. So we actually want to go like, let me double check here. I guess I had that backwards. This is getting into, there we go. There's an actual encounter. And when you put it right on the descending node there, that's going to make sure that you kind of take care of any difference in inclination that's not available from doing your burn here at our ejection. So that's pretty much the best you can get, and that went very well. I'm very happy with that. This is a long burn on these engines. So we are 47 minutes away, and we are going to face our maneuver node. I'm going to check our electric charge is looking good. Liquid fuel is full, and we're going to get ready to perform this 4-minute burn. So I'm going to quick save here. Our maneuver is all plotted out. If we did it exactly perfectly, we would get the encounter right at the descending node. And we'll probably not be able to burn exactly correctly, but we can always do a mid-course correction. We're going to get as close as we can. Okay. I've quick saved, right? Yep. Okay. Let's advance time. All right. 58 seconds away. Let's speed through those last little bits. Okay. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn. Okay, so now we can use physics warp to go ahead by 3. Or if we wanted to, we could use better time warp to go ahead even faster than that, but 4 minutes is not that long of a burn, so 3x speed is fine. We're tracking our target marker very well. The probe is doing a good job. That reminds me, I should put out my antennas here real quick. And then as we come down under a minute, slow down a little bit. Down to 30 seconds. We'll go to real time. And then I'm just going to kind of watch this and kill it as close to 0 as I can. Okay, we are about 0.8 meters per second off, but astonishingly, I have actually managed to keep the encounter here with that burn. So we're on target for an encounter with Moho. All right, so all the pain and suffering I went through yesterday, I did learn my lessons. I did get better at this, so that's something. Let's come back to the ship here and extend all 3 antennas. We don't really need all 3, but why not, right? We use the symmetry to keep our mass perfectly balanced, and it looks cool anyway. So let's go ahead and pop all 3 of those out. There we go. And now we kind of just, let me quick save here. We kind of just travel halfway and then adjust our final approach. Let's go ahead and get out to about the halfway point here, somewhere around here. Looks good. Add a maneuver. And then let's focus in on Moho. Where is Moho right now? Focus view, there we go. Let's come on in and see where we're coming in. Now, we need to land pretty much near this because the Moho Mojo's landed nearby as well. And that's going to be, well, we don't want to switch to that target yet, but we want to come into a polar orbit kind of close to this and use our remaining delta V to land as close to it as possible. So, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. Let me go back out and pop that maneuver node back in place. Somewhere around there. Okay. Let's do a little bits and pieces of normal, anti-normal to get ourselves into the center of the planet. It's probably a little bit too much. There we go. So that's going to put us kind of in the center of the planet. Let's get that right and centered. That looks good. And then we can come up and put ourselves into an orbit. Okay, so there's 11,000 meters. That's really nice. Now, I'd like, if possible, to get our orbit passing directly over. What would the inclination be here? 5.7? That's passing directly over it. So if we capture into that orbit, I'm hoping, I think, that we should be able to land near the Moho Mojo quite easily. So let's go ahead and pop a second maneuver at periapsis to slow down and circularize, or capture, insert, whatever the correct terminology would be. That looks pretty dang good. That gives us a periapsis of 11 and an apoapsis of 62. We can bring that in a little bit more, but we don't need to. We can save some delta V for maneuvering and landing. So those two maneuvers look like they're going to get us where we need to go. Let's quick save, and then for the first maneuver, it's 10.9 meters per second. That's very fine, and we want it to be as close as possible. So rather than burning for 1 second, I'm going to lower these each down to... actually, I think I'll turn them off is the easiest way to do it. Let me shut down this, shut down this, shut down this, and then this one, we can kind of use the... There we go, 12 seconds... 20 seconds, that's reasonable. Okay, let's do that. Warp forward to the next maneuver in 65 days. Gonna want to be facing our maneuver node here. Hibernating in flight. Getting plenty of sunlight on the solar panels. And then as we arrive, we've got 50 seconds until the burn. Going to be a 20-second burn on just the central torch here. This is looking pretty good. Okay, 30 seconds to burn. Where SAS is on, maneuver node is targeted and locked. Let's go ahead and get this done. Down to the 10-second mark, and 3, 2, 1, burn. Actually, the best way to do this would probably be to be on the map view, but I kind of forgot to switch over. Get down to 0, and let's go take a look now. Where are we actually coming in here? We're coming in pretty much where we wanted to. Our current actual periapsis is going to be 21,000, I guess. So we didn't burn quite enough. Can I get a better view of these two numbers? There's 2 here. Moho periapsis 21. So if I just put the tiniest little bit while we're still pointed this direction, should push it down just a skosh. Yeah, just a little bit. And we want to get it over to the right. Okay. I guess the planet moved. 8,000 is fine. We've learned that like 6,000 is pretty much the absolute minimum. So we'll go into this 8,000 meter per second periapsis instead. And then our next maneuver is kind of in the wrong place. Let's redo it. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. We don't really need to burn the extra... Well, we can slow down a little bit more. Shrink the periapsis. There we go, 8 and 20. That's going to be fine. Okay, let's save again. Let's prepare for our maneuver. And then let's warp through time to arrive at Moho and do our injection burn. 1900 meters per second of delta V. Yeah, this thing's moving around. Okay. Here we are. So we've made it all the way to Moho. in just under an hour from realizing the need to actually building the craft and getting here. So I did learn all my lessons yesterday. That's something, at least. And we're passing right over where we need to be. Where's the craft right now? Are we still... Oh, we're still out because I turned everything down. That's why. Okay. Put it all back up. Restart the engine. Let's quick save there. And now let's jump forward one more time. I wonder if we can actually see our ship passing below us. We're pretty high up. We're still 8 kilometers up. It's probably not going to be that easy to see it. Okay. 46 seconds. We do have excellent control thanks to our relay network. So this probe is in direct contact with the KSC. Let's get up to our burn point. And let's do our injection. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's burn. Okay, we'll use soft physics warp to burn through this 3-minute burn. We can indeed see our other craft over there. And just a few seconds left, we'll complete the burn and be in orbit. Okay. So we still are at 833 meters per second, which we saw last time is a little bit much. So we're going to start our burn a little bit earlier to try and land near the Moho Mojo. Let's set it as our target. And let's come to like maybe here. A little bit earlier. Warp there. We'll quick save. And then we'll try to land as close to the Mojo as we can. Should I do this in map view? I've been trying to do it in flight view, but maybe map view is the better choice. Space retrograde here. Oh, actually, let me take a look. How do I want? I do want the cockpit facing up. I don't really know which way counts as up. Oh well. I'm just gonna have to wing it here. Is it this? So that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of uppy in that direction. All right, well, 75 kilometers out. I think we need to start slowing down a little bit. Ideally, I want my speed to be a multiple of 10 less than my distance. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Let's face radial out now to maintain height. I would love it if I could keep this pinned somehow. I think I will just pop this just a bit. Slow our descent, and then get back onto retrograde here. I think I want to burn just the slightest bit this way. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Well. Is it over this mountain ridge here? We might have a problem. Let me get down here. Got 1,000 meters per second left. I'm kind of closing in on it. Yeah, we're doing okay. You keep facing radial out here. I think we need to get over this ridge. And I think we're going to have a problem. A little bit here. Okay. Yeah, 100 and change here. All right, we're heading in roughly the right direction here. I don't want to burn too much fuel. Ooh, okay. Bringing it down. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so we made it over the mountain. We're headed in roughly the right direction here. Need to get a little bit closer. Switch to retrograde here. Where are we in terms of retrograde? We could use a little bit of a direction change here, it looks like. Something like this. So we're approaching kind of slowly, like 50 meters per second, which means I'm burning some fuel to keep my altitude here. But we are getting close. It might be on the other side of this mountain, which could be a problem. Or are they? Where are they? They're on the slope. Yikes! That was kind of a mistake. Okay, all right. We still got some fuel left. It's not too bad. Let me point retrograde here. Okay. We're very close now. I think we need to... This is hard to control. It's hard to understand everything that's happening. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. I think at this point, she can walk if she needs to. We just need to land here. Retrograde, retrograde. Well, not what I was aiming for. No. No, 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 no. Go that way. Go back up. Go back up. Ah. God damn it. That was close. F. Rip. F in the chat. That was so close. Oh, why did I... I should have... We're all the way back here. Son of a bee sting. Okay, well... I should have quick saved a little closer. There's something to think about. God damn, that was close, man. You know what it was? It's just really hard to control the attitude and the speed at the same time, the engine. All right, second attempt. Close. It's 400 meters out. Okay, let's try that one again. Let's come back around. I did it from about here. Actually, I think I was a little bit early, right? Because I kept having to burn radially. Let's warp there. I kept having to keep myself above the edge of the... So it's like right over the lip of this crater here, huh? And then it kind of like sloped down on the other side of a valley. Let's quick save there, and let's get in here. Let's look at this. Okay, we can see it over there. Let's go retrograde, and let's... How far away is it? Meters per second, and then wait till we get a little bit closer. Seems like we're almost going to be on top of it. Maybe not quite. Let's go a little bit this way, just a little bit. Let me face retrograde here. Man, it's moving really fast. Okay, we're on a closer collision, or a closer course here. I'm going to slow down a little bit more. Okay, 200 meters per second. I think we need to burn a little bit more to the right here. And let's... All right, now we're kind of on target. Let's kill that... the rest of that momentum. This is better. Okay. Now I need to figure out how to hover. Okay. And I'm just going to use Shift and Control, and we're going to try to... I need to... Stability assist. Okay. I need to push a little bit left, a little bit this way. Nope. Okay, back to radial out, and let's just land it. Okay, we're about 100 meters away. I'm okay with this. If I can land this, or stop without exploding. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. That's fine. That is just fine. Okay. Quick save here. Now, the problem is we got to get it close enough that she can pull this off. I don't think she can carry it by herself. I think it's too heavy. So we have to now figure out a way to get that last 179 meters, right? And I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that. Did you see it from orbit? Do you have a rover on the base? Roll it closer. How would I roll it? That's a good idea. If I turn SAS on and I hit roll, yeah, that's not going to cut it. So if I give it like just the littlest bit of thrust on the engines here, can I kind of control the way that it goes across the surface at all? No, that's not going to do it. All right, well, okay, so basically I have to hope she can carry this. Because there's no other way for me to... I guess they could try to fly over and land. Let me go to the other craft. That's the other option, is to... We've got 184 meters per second left. If we can fly that 180 meters and land right next to it, I guess that's our best bet here, is to try that. Nope, that was not a good idea. Oh man, how do I close this last 100 meters? Okay. Can she... Let's get Emily out here. Let's put down her... We need to take off her repair kit. She doesn't have a repair kit. How is she going to carry anything without an inventory slot? How do you trash something? Oh man. So like, hold on. Okay, so there she is on the ground. She needs to get one of those ore tanks from the probe onto this ship. That's what we need. Does anybody know, is there a way to trash something, to get rid of something? Oh, there we go. In inventory mode, I can dump it. Okay. So that's now sitting on the surface. All right. Let's go over and see whether this ore tank is big enough that she can carry it. Where is the other ship? Over here. Okay. Look at all these cool, like, crystals on the surface. Why is she sinking into the ground here? Time to waddle. I don't think the reaction wheels are strong. Rip again. Just walk. It's like 150 meters. No fly. Well, yeah, what I'm concerned about is whether she can actually carry one of the pieces that she needs. I'm not sure she has enough space. Where'd the thing go? Where'd the probe go? I lost it. Where is it? Okay. There we go. Where is it? Is that it over there? I guess I have to... this is gonna work. Personal parachute. Rescue tank 1. Set as target. Okay, good. There we go. There it is. Now I can see it. Okay. So she needs to be able to carry one of these ore tanks. And I'm worried that it's too big. If it was right nearby, she could transfer it directly, which is why I was trying to see, do I need to fly that last couple hundred meters somehow? The ragdolling is amazing. All right, Emily. Let's see if you can do your job. Okay. See, it's pretty big. I don't think she has the storage space to carry it. So like if I go here and I take one of these off and I try to put it in here. Yeah, it's 357 liters. And she can't carry it. But I guess she can kind of drop it. So that's fine. We can do it this way. I guess she can move it along the surface. All right, I didn't think of this, but this is going to work as well. Okay, so she can just like kind of pick it up and move it. She can kind of huck it along the surface or drag it along the surface. That's going to work just fine. Now, how far out can she go and still be able to kind of pick it up? Okay, this will work. It's cumbersome, but hey, it's space, right? This is actually going to work. He is never coming back here. Yeah, once we finish this mission, I do not think I'll be coming back to Moho anytime soon. Hey, but we are looking at the anomaly, right? We are going to be able to check out the mohole here. She can go down with her. She can go down with a jetpack, right? She doesn't. If the ship can't fit, we can go down with a backpack. Hey, Emily. Thank God you came along, because otherwise this mission would have been a total failure. Look at how happy she is. Hey, that's what a well-trained engineer is for. Lugging an ore tank across the surface of Moho, 14 billion miles from home. Whee! Oh, there's her range. Okay, so we did find out the range there. Here we go. How far away are we? It was like 150 meters. She's doing it like 10 at a time. Can she run? Try pushing it. It's like a barrel. Try pushing it. I don't think that'll work. She can climb on it, but she can't roll it. Actually, it's a really good thing that it's not rolling down this slope. And she can't run. Like, I can hold the shift button, but running only works on Kerbin, I think, or high gravity. I could get a little bit, I could make this a little bit faster if I kind of jumped a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Maybe hot frogging it is the way to go. Except then she ragdolls and I might lose the piece. Yeah, she can't reach that. So there's like a limited range within which she can pick things up. Oh, this is painful, but it's the only way we're going to get home, so we got to do it. And she just kind of randomly fell over again. Okay, we'll keep going. We're almost there. We're like more than halfway. It's not too bad, right? It's actually really Kerbal style. Yes, I do it on the moon all the time. The payload was only an ore tank, but it took a big rocket to get it to Moho. Yeah, that's true. We basically spent like 150,000 Kerbucks to get this small tank up here for her to put it on her ship so we can actually do ISRU. Ridiculous. We're getting closer. I love her, like, just cheerful face as she waddles around. She's like, yay, I'm useful. Okay. Waddle that last little bit, honey. We're almost done. I'm going to get like 99% of the way there, and then it's going to say, it looks like it'll drop on the surface of Moho and explode. Like, impact. Pressure, destroyed part, ore tank. Either that or I'll drop it on her head somehow. Okay, we're almost done. Almost there. Almost there. God, Moho is a cursed planet. Never come here. Never come here, guys. It's a cursed planet for sure. Hey, I did learn something new. Kerbals can drop parts on the ground so they can drag things across the surface of the moon if that's the only alternative. Okay, where are we gonna... We're just gonna stick this thing on here somewhere, and then we're gonna get back in, and we're gonna start making fuel. Okay, finally. There we go. All right. Attached, baby. We have an ore tank. How about that? Okay, let me turn off this, this mode. Where's the entrance? It's over here. Okay. You can do it. Okay. F5 that for real. Now let's try this again. Start surface harvester. Ore. We are actually gaining ore. Amazing. Radiator is on. Let's come over to the other side and use... I'm not going to use... I don't think I want to use both of these at the same time. Maybe... Well, then maybe I do. Deploy drill. How's it affecting our... No, see, it's... No, we don't want to use both at the same time. Because we're already draining our charge here. Let me retract the drill. So, we're going to have to do this in, like, fits and starts, I guess. Drain up some ore, right? Wait for the RTGs, because the sun has... Well, the other thing we could do is just wait half a year until we actually have sunlight up here at the polar whatever. But let's take a look. Let's see what a full charge gets us. We burn through our electricity and our battery. Do you have a quick save from after landing? Yes, I just made a quick save just now. One thing I don't do is really I don't make multiple quick saves. I just use the one, which is kind of a problem. Maybe I should get better about that. Let me stop the harvester now, and it's going to take a while for our charge to fill back up from the RTGs. Let's zoom forward through that. Okay, so the RTGs have filled us back up, and now we can switch over to using ISRU. So we've got 183 meters per second, and if we convert all that ore, which happens very quickly, stop ISRU. Now we have 187 meters per second. Okay, so we got 3 meters per second. From all that. So I think, guys, what I'm gonna do, should I, what else can we do? We're on the wrong side of the damn mountain, for one thing, which is blocking all of our sun. I think we're gonna try here to fly up to the top of the mountain so we can get some sunlight. I think we have to, right? I mean, we could, the only other thing we could do, yeah, I think we have to. I'm gonna try it here. Let's see what's possible. Let's face radial out. Let's go up a little bit. Okay. Get up to the top of the mountain. We go radial out again. Well, that was bad. That was bad. What did we lose there? As long as we didn't lose the ore tank, I'm okay with it. Yeah, we lost one of the drills, I think. We have all... Okay, that's better. That is significantly better. We've got 19 meters per second left. Let's see if we can just twist ourselves a little tiny bit. Okay, so we lost a drill with that maneuver, but I'm okay with it, because now we've got power, and power is wonderful. Okay, I am going to quick save here. We've got 9 meters per second left. That's a great backup plan. So I'll just overwrite my quick save. We don't got no fuel. Bye, guys. I got to work. Hey, take care, Scal. All right, let's deploy the drill. Let's turn off SAS. No, let's not turn off SAS. Let's leave it on just to be safe. Okay. Let's start the surface harvester. Let's watch. Yeah, with the solar panels giving us power, we can do a lot better here. So now we can go ahead and, let's see, we can turn on, that radiator's already on. Let's start ISRU for liquid fuel here. So we're doing live conversion of everything. And I'm going to quick save one more time here because I don't want to blow up. But now we have ISRU running at the same time as the ore harvester. So let's kind of speed up here and watch as our... Yeah, look at this. Now we're cooking, literally. We're radiating just fine. Look at this, 3,000 meters per second. This is what ISRU is for, baby. Look at that. Stop the drill. Stop ISRU. 6,000 meters per second. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. And thank you, Mr. Sun, for making it happen. Amazing. Amazing. It worked. Retract drill, baby. So now we know, although we did lose a drill, so we really can't afford to lose another one. Did we lose anything else? I don't think so. I think we're okay. So with that, we now have enough to get home. So I am actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we completely filled up our liquid fuel, and I think we only spent like a couple months doing it. I'm not sure. Actually, it wasn't even that long, because we were at 1,000 time for like less than 20 seconds or so before it filled up. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Sun, we have to make sure we have the sun and the solar panels, but as long as we have those, we can fill up. We can go home. So this would be enough for us to launch and go home right now, or we can explore around Moho some more and then refill our fuel, launch and go home. I'm gonna make a hard save here. Save game. This is gonna be the stream save. Let's turn that off. Okay, so with all this fuel now, we can feel confident going to check out things like the Moho. Okay. Check the ship display. It tells you damaged parts, doesn't it? The ship display? Where is that? There's resources, alarm clock, action sets, contracts. This is our resources. Delta V tools. There's our storage. KSpedia. I'm not sure what you mean by ship display, Bob, but welcome back to the channel anyway. Ship display. Resume flight. Like if you crash, right? If you completely crash, then you get a rundown of what happened, like the pieces that blew up or whatever. That counts as 1.0 sun exposure. Interesting. Maybe tracking. There was a screen I have seen that shows destroyed bits. We're pretty sure that I only lost a drill. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I can go to the tracking station. Okay, so Moho Mojo is our ship. We have some debris here we can recover from the rescue thing. This we have to terminate. The personal parachute landed at Moho. Terminate that. And then the remainder of the rescue tank, I'm going to leave that there for now. I mean, I don't see us needing anything else from it, but I also don't see a point in destroying it just at the moment. And then, yeah, I don't see anything that tells us lost parts or problems on the ship, unfortunately. You may be right. There may be something, but I don't know how to get there. Let's look at our world firsts. Spacewalk in orbit of Moho. Suborbital flight above Moho. Landed on Moho. Walked on Moho. Well, let's go back to the ship and let's do some science and plant a flag, baby. And then next stream, we'll check out the... we'll try to check out the Mohole. We can fly around the planet doing science and stuff. So let's get some of that going. Let's go ahead and hit the 1 key. So material study, You expose the samples to the high temperatures of MOHO. A lot of them melt in really interesting ways. Temperature scan from the North Pole. Temperature is very high. It appears to fluctuate to extremes in the sunlight. Seismic scan. Vibrations deep inside the planet. It appears that the interior is very volcanically active. Gravity scan. Landing here has provided a very accurate and stable measure of gravitational forces. Barometer still reads nothing. There's still no atmosphere. And we observe the goo. Love that. Okay, let's get a crew report as well from MOHO's North Pole. Record the crew's assessment of the situation. Very nice. Let's have our scientist, Radu Jr., go on EVA. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky for him to reset these things. We don't have ladders. So how is he going to do it? Well, he can come in here and he can take the data from the thermometer, take the data from the pressure thing. Okay, so another thing I didn't think through is that while we're landed, he can't really float around and collect the other pieces. He can get the accelerometer and the gravioli detector through the service bay, but he's not going to be able to do anything about this unless he flies up and lands on it. I guess we can try that. Yeah. Can we reset? Can we find a way for him to reset those? Only if he can kind of land on it, like this. Climb. There we go. That should work. Okay, collect the data. Restore the canister. Collect data. Restore materials bay. Okay, we can actually make it work. Very cool. Oh, no, please don't knock the ship over, Radu. Okay. We'll close this for safety, and then we're gonna go down to the ground. Take a surface sample. Do some Ava science. Plant a flag. Okay, so, Ava report. It's getting very hot in here. Interesting. Take a surface sample. Ground is made up of old lava flows, suggesting periods of intense volcanic activity. Okay, let's perform some Ava science. What is this? I have never seen that one before. Ava Science experiment from MOHO's surface. Watching the astronaut look through the Ava Science kit has given us conclusive evidence that the new situation has not improved their creativity. Rigorous testing of the new low-temperature snack technology did not go as well as planned and deserves further study. He, like, shattered a banana. I haven't seen that one before. Maybe it's because we're at a North Pole. Check the ship display. We talked about that. Go Mohole fishing, says Michael Linsenmeyer. Hey, Michael, welcome back to the channel. Krisky says, no 6-hour stream today? No. Yesterday I was upset and frustrated, and I did like a hate stream against myself. I did like anger streaming. It was not a good call. We ended up getting here in the end, but it was like, the whole day was just a collection of dumpster truck failure. Look for a Moho rock to collect. Well, there's shatters. There's chunks of shattered banana on the ground. Anyway, what else can we do with him? We've done Ava Science. We did an Ava report. We took a surface sample. So, okay, Radu, you get to plant a flag, man. Is Radu still here? Radu, what do you want to put on the plaque? Let me know in chat. No profanity, please. So, Moho, North Pole. What do you think, buddy? What do you want to put on the plaque text here? Ship is moving. Yeah, okay, we'll get back in a second. Moho Mojo, you got it. Yeah, it is sliding just a little bit, isn't it? Let's get back in before we lose the opportunity to do so. Yeah. RCS isn't quite enough to get vertical. You got to combine it with a jump. So I'm lucky that I actually can jump high enough. All right, let's reboard. Actually, let's take all the data and then store all the experiments. 26 experiments, fantastic. Oops. Nope. Climb. Nope. Up. Sorry, Radu. You kind of had a little bit of a tumble there. RCS on. Jump. Thrust. Forward. Grab. Climb. Board. Okay, there we go. So we're sliding ever so slightly, it looks like. Let's use radial out here to keep ourselves facing up. We've done all our science, reset all our experiments, collected all our data. So we've done kind of everything we can here at the North Pole. We have full fuel tanks, so we can go somewhere else on the planet and repeat all of that. Looks like we got some more world first milestones here. Planted a flag on Moho, yeah. And when we bring some science back, that's going to be another fun world first milestone. But if we take a look at our map here and target this is the Mohole, right? Yeah. You can actually kind of see it in terms of the geometry of the planet. Now that I know what it is, I can see that it's kind of like a dent in the planet. So we're gonna go over here and take a look at that. Let me do another quick save here, and let's see. Not quite sure. I think we're just going to go straight up to get some height, and then I will mess around with kind of navigating. Throttle low so we don't gain height too quickly. And then where do we want to go? I wish I could kind of tell. Wait, did I see it? Can I see it from up here? That is Ore Rescue Tank 1. That is the Moho North Pole flag. So what heading do I want here? Yeah, we're kind of descending a little bit too fast. Let's get our vertical speed to around 0. Well, that was a horrible mistake. That was terrible. What do I want in terms of a heading? This is the problem. I don't understand how you're supposed to navigate in flight in this game. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I can't tell what the heading is from this location. I could get out and do it on foot, but it's weird that you can't. There's no way to do it on the. There's no way to get a good heading. Like, is this? Like, which way is north, right? I mean, I guess I kind of head towards the rescue tank and go past it. It's a little hard to figure out. So I guess we kind of go in that direction. Let's try this one more time. Or is that it right there? In the right direction. I can't even really tell. I think I'm gonna have to cut the stream here, and we'll play again tomorrow after I've installed the Waypoint Manager mod, because it's like it's so hard to navigate in flight mode. It's basically impossible. Like you can't see the waypoint anywhere. I have no idea whether I'm even kind of going in the right direction at this point. This up above 0. I think it might be over here. Yeah, I think we're going in the right. I think we're going in roughly the right direction here. It looks like we need to go a little tiny bit more left. So like just a little bit this way first. Bit more. I'm basically trying to hover. I'm trying to keep my airspeed or my vertical speed around 0 here. I think this is it. This is the mohole right here, right? Just want little changes in our direction, make it easier to manage. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's take a look as we pass over. I'm basically hovering here. This is kind of working. We're burning through fuel, but we've got plenty, and we can always make more, as long as I don't destroy the other drill. Byte Games, welcome to the channel. I'm afraid I don't speak Russian, so I can't interpret that, but the compass ball shows a heading. Is it correct? Yeah, we're at 17 and 16 here. Ooh, we're flying over the hole now, guys. Look at this. Let me try to kill our momentum if I can. Wow, there it is. Big old hole in the middle of nowhere. Kind of see it a little bit better as I kind of move the screen around. I wonder, should I like, can I get a crew report from the mohole? No. It's not its own biome. But there you go. There's the mohole right there. We took a look. We came, we saw, we conquered. Now I need to safely land somewhere. Somewhere, hopefully, where we have, orbit and then retrograde, I guess. We can land somewhere at the edge of the hole. Maybe we can send someone down on a jetpack. Want to turn so we get as much of the sun as we can before we land here. Okay, let's let ourselves fall a little bit lower, Here's okay. Get it down to around, yeah, we're falling fast, but that's okay. We can always go full blast. We'll get down to 500 and then we'll slow down a little bit more. Looks like we got a safe place to land here near the edge of the hole. Now, actually, we can't send anyone down there on a jetpack. I just realized because they would not be able to get back up. RCS is not enough to escape Moho's gravity for these guys. Okay, well, we kind of turned our things away here. But hey, we landed near the mohole. So there you go. There's today's stream. And that is a nasty angle there. Thank God for radial out surface SAS, right? You got a hole in your pole, high up for sunshine. Look at those rocks. They look like squares and hexagons. Are those the anomaly you look up from? No, the anomaly is the mohole itself. Actually, that's a really good point. Let me save here one more time now that we're kind of over by the mohole. We could plant another flag here, but it's the same biome. It wouldn't buy us anything. I guess we could put a flag just to mark it, right? And Mikey hasn't had a chance to, well, Mikey's the pilot. We can't let him out. Emily and Radu have both done an Ava here, but one of them could go right over to the edge and plant a flag. Let me do another quick save. Yeah, why not? Let's send Emily out. She can plant a flag this time. Let go. Yeah, see, the RCS is not enough to climb out of the gravity. Or maybe... Oh, wait, maybe it is. Maybe I was wrong about that. Well, who knows? Let's go over to the edge here. And take a look down. Plant a flag. Try not to send her hurtling over, if possible. Maybe she could climb out part of the way, but I think she'd run out of fuel. Maybe there's just enough if I just hold the RCS full blast that she could actually climb a little bit. It'd be really slow going, though. All right, here we go. We're right up close to the edge. Give her a little space to ragdoll and tumble. Then we'll waddle over there. Take a look down. All right, girl, you got this. She's done a lot of exercise today. She's earned a treat. Maybe a little bit of dessert with dinner. Kerbals do like snacks. We know that. When you look up from... Yeah, you know what I will do? I will do a quick save, and then we'll send her tumbling down, and then we'll be able to recover. Let's get right up to the edge here and take a look. Come on. Man, distance is so deceptive in this game. Like, you don't think it's that far, but it kind of is. She just walk. The other thing is they walk so slow. Okay. That's definitely a drop, though. That is a sharp drop. Let's get right up to it. Take a look down. There she is, man. Right at the edge of the mohole. We actually found it. Man, it's taken like 4 episodes, 4 streams, 4 days for me to get here, but it's kind of worth it. I think she can take like one more step forward here and still be able to plant the flag. Right on the edge. Let's do it. Plant a flag. Mohole. Northern lip. Planted by Emily. That's deep. Let's move her a little bit along. Right up to the very edge. There we go. I mean, it's big compared to a Kerbal. You got to give him that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty neat. I would love it if we had much brighter sunlight, but I don't think it's the right time of the year. Let's quick save. And let's go tumbling down. Swan dive. She swan dives it. Love it. Okay. Let's go all the way down and see what we find. She's going to pick up a lot of vertical speed here. She's definitely going to die at the bottom. But let's go as far down as we can and see what we can find. Jump. 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 She's moving now at 70 meters per second. That is not survivable. Actually, I remember from one of Linsenmeyer's streams, their legs are little pogo sticks. For some reason, if you land like directly, if you land like straight up and down vertically, if you don't slam into a wall moving forward, for some reason, the Kerbals are able to just like pogo. Oh, I think she dies here. Well, she's tumbling. That slowed her down. Hang on, maybe we can get to the bottom here. Maybe she can survive this. She's never getting back out. I don't think. But let's go down to the bottom here. You know what I would love is if Kerbals had a flashlight. That would be cool too. What is this? What is this? Is that like a collision mesh or something? Yeah, she died. She did. There you go. There's the jump, guys. Interesting. It kind of gives us a visible into how deep this thing is. I mean, she fell a long way. So I think I heard about this on somebody else's stream or somebody else's video that this was like a bug originally. It was like a mistake in the surface mesh. Like, imagine like you zoom way out, right? And imagine you're kind of in Blender and you're drawing a sphere and you're like tweaking and pulling things to make surface textures and holes, and you accidentally kind of like pull a tiny little hole down into the center of the planet and then kind of forget to clean it up. I guess it was a bug originally, but they kind of fixed it up and turned it into a real feature. They left it. So there we go, guys. That's going to be today's stream. Let's resurrect Emily here. Make sure that we don't do anything with her dead. But that's going to be it for today's stream. Thank you all for being here. Larry, Radu, Bob Schwan, Michael. I can't remember who else was here earlier. Krisky was here. Skeleton was here. Emily was here briefly in the beginning. I'm sad she didn't get to see her engineer do all this work and then swan dive into the mohole. But here we are, perched at the edge. This was a great episode, a payoff for all the hard work and failure and frustration that went into getting here. So very cool. Thank you guys for being with me. And next time, we'll take a quick look at our polar scanner satellite, see if it has discovered any other anomalies here on Moho. If not, we'll just travel around doing a bit more science, and then we'll go home. So that's going to be it for today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Pacific as I continue playing this amazing game, Kerbal Space Program. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. See you next time.